good afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. This is Benz, and I am very excited. I have some time now. I'm hoping I can solve my Secret Santa puzzle that I got for 2022. Not sure who it's from, but we just received this yesterday, and I've got some time. We'll see. I read through the rules before, but I'm going to do that again. I have not opened up the link yet, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so it says, "Hi, Ben Jopel. Thank you for submitting such a huge resist." I did. I put quite a few puzzles. I like lots of genres. I did include Sudoku as one of the genres, but it seems like my Santa this year didn't grace me with a Sudoku, which is just fine with me. Let's see. So a Fillomino blended with variants of LITS on a hex grid. I do love a good hex grid, or even a bad hex grid. I find it fun. So Santa's chosen to call it Sploicy. So first we want to divide the grid into regions and enter into each cell the size of its region. So that's normal Fillomino rules. No two regions may share an edge. So this one, that's the entirety of its region. The 5 here has to extend outward. It could join up with this 5. It could keep going, but in total there must be exactly 5 cells that are part of this region. Might go this way and separate. It might join, but it got to have exactly 5 cells. These 2 or these 4, that's already part of the same region. But I could never have another 2 here because then that'd be a 2 region touching another 2 region. And then a tetrahex is any of these outside shapes. That's every possible configuration of 4 hexagons that are congruent. So we need to shade one of those into every region size 4 or larger. So if it's exactly size 4, it'll be all shaded. And if not, then 2 by 2, if it's bigger, then it will be partially shaded. Smaller will be completely unshaded. Tetrahexes may not share a border, so this L tetrahex can't touch another L1. 2 by 2 regions may be entirely shaded. I assume when they say 2 by 2 regions, they're talking about this is carried over. Sounds like it's being carried over from LITS. There's a rule in LITS you can't have a 2 by 2 square. On a hex grid, you don't really have 2 by 2 squares, but you do generally have a little triangle of 3 cells touching at a vertex. So often, if you do the LITS version on a hex grid, it's called Sploicy, and the rule is you can't have 3 that are all shaded, but here that rule does not apply. And then 4 shaded, and obviously otherwise the O and the P wouldn't be valid. 4 shaded cells are already given, that's fine, I see them. And regions of size 3 are unshaded, as expected. So Santa says this puzzle is not easy. As one tester put it, the deductions are obvious, but only after you see them. So we'll see how long it takes me to see them. I'll need every bit of existing Fillomino and LITS experience I have to solve this. And if I need a break, here's a bonus puzzle. Oh, you know what? I misspoke before because I did glance at this one. This one is a Sudoku, which I'm not as good at. So maybe I'll look at that in a future video. We'll see. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is looking like just the perfect present for me. Thank you so much, Santa, and I'm very excited to get cracking, as they say. So let's see if Penpa will show up well on this screen. Yeah, you know what? That looks perfect. I do want my tools to be available. I think that should be fine. It looks like, okay, they did not have Penpa Lite enabled here. So I will go ahead and do that. My PC has been having a weird thing where it comes up with surface and composite always selected there. Okay, Sploicy by Splanta. Nice. And the solution check here is on shading and numbers, but not edges. So that's fine. Okay, I think I will go ahead and move this just a bit. So I have my tools available. I have the whole grid visible. And I'll probably be going back and forth between composite of the edges. I like to have that available. I'll probably use shading at various points. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be using shading for the Sploicy. I'll make it just a little darker. And then the numbers in Sudoku tab. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up for myself just to see. Sudoku normal, and what I say, composite for the edge, shading, that should do it. Okay, so yeah, I haven't really looked at this before, but let's see. So I think I'll just go ahead and start. Let's see, I should be able to start by unshading all the 1s and 2s and 3s, because I know those will never be shaded. And the 4s will always be shaded, because no matter what tetrahex they make, it will have 4 shaded cells in it. So just, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 1, 3. The 5s are most likely shaded, but not guaranteed. 9, no idea. 6 is not known. Oh, that one was shaded before. That's why that was shaded in. Okay, and there we go. So already I see, oh, this looks like a tetrahex. It looks like a Y tetrahex, but obviously these are going to be in different regions because of the different numbers. And then I'll go ahead, I will go ahead and use edges. I might be faster if I don't, but I'm pretty sure that if I don't, I'm going to have some problems. So I'll go ahead and surround all the 1s. These 4s have to go together. Oh, you know what? I'll actually do this so that I can actually see the, yeah, I'm fine with the darker. I'm doing the slightly darker one because that way I can see these line joining up these things. So these are separated. The 9 obviously has to come out. This 2 has to come out. If it came to here, that'd be a 4. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I can actually start solving. All right, let's see. Still only a few minutes in. Let's see, that was shaded, but we don't know with what. So, yeah, not seeing a ton of obvious stuff right at the beginning, which is great. Oh, here's a 1. So let's see. I think these 5s might give me a clue. Now, yeah, I got to be careful. I know I'm used to unshading the 3rd out of 3 with Sploicy, so I need to remember not to do that. Maybe the 4s are an issue here. Let's see, if these 4s were connected, if this 4 was connected, where else could it go? Is that it? Because if this was connected here, then I already know it can't take the 5s, and now it can't take the 4. Oh, it would come up here and be a Y tetrahex, because it couldn't go either of these spots. So if it came here, it'd have to be a Y. Otherwise, it would come here and avoid these 2 and be a P or a Y. Okay, so that has 2 possibilities. Let's see. What about, is there any 2s, 1s? Okay, this, not sure. Let's see, what's this going to be? Could be many things. Let's see, if this 4 can extend down this way. This 4 looks pretty crowded. So if it extended sideways, I would force this one up. Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go. This one is under pressure, I believe. It already can't take the 5s. So if it extends downward, no, if it extends upward, that's the problem, because then it would have these 3. And it couldn't go there, couldn't go there, couldn't go there, and couldn't touch this. Couldn't touch any of these. So I know for a fact that these 4s cannot join together through this cell. So that's fine, and that does give me this 4 coming down this way. And the 5 coming out this way, 4 going out that way. Oh wow, this is doing a lot. Okay, I know these 4s can't connect now, because the 5 has to come out and for various reasons. So this 4 does come up. Wow, this is already doing a lot. Okay, so yeah, these can't touch, the 4s can't touch, 5. Okay. Oh, I've been doing unshaded, but these 4s, yeah, these aren't unshaded. Let me just walk that back for a second. I do know that's shaded, but now this still might be shaded, but I do know it can't be a 4. So what I ought to do is just separate like that. And then that can't be a 4. This is a 5. So the 4 has to go there, and that gives me my first completed tetrahex. So I'll shade that in. And then let's see, what else did we have up here? Yeah, so this 5 has to come out. This can't connect, so yeah, this 4, it does come up, so like I was saying before, that has to be a Y tetrahex. It's going to be all shaded in the end, and it can't connect with this one, so this comes out. So this can't go straight across, because then it would be 5, so it has to come down. So I think it has to take this, because if it didn't, it would be, yeah, it must take this, which means it takes that, and that's completed as an L. This has to come out, because otherwise it would touch one of these. Let's see, let's go ahead and shade these in. That's a Y, this is an L. Let's see, what's this 5 doing? 1, 2, 3 already. So because it's a 5, I know that at least there's a maximum of 1. There's exactly 1 that is not shaded. I'll come back to that in a minute. I feel like there's more going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, wrong tool. That does have, this does have to come down at least 1, and then it could come over or down. But whether it comes over or down, this, oh, well, this 5 is already connected. It only needs 2 more. So I think this 5 has to take here. If it didn't take here, if the 4 would up, the 5 would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if the 5 didn't take here, it would take both of these, and the 6 would be locked in. So it must take that. And now this 4 has to take one of these, but I'm not sure which. Well, this 5 definitely has to come out. More. 1, 2, 3, 4, just one more. And now, because this is a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, I know there's one of these, and now these must be shaded, because a maximum of, or exactly one is unshaded, either this or one of these. So that's telling me this. Well, let's see, it can't be either of these, otherwise it would be an L. Touching an L. Oh, by the way, this has to come out and be shaded as well. So this can't be an L shaded. This could still be shaded if it was part of a different tetrahex, but it can't be shaded as part of the 5. Now, if this was shaded to be an I, then it's not going to be touching an I anywhere nearby, so that's fine. But did all these, yeah, the shaded cells all have to be connected. Yeah, that's normal Sploicy or LITS rules, so that's fine. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, I've already got 4. If I come here, then these 5s would be touching. Can't do that. So now I either take this or this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here, this 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could take 6 there, and this would be this 5 shape. I don't know if that has a name for that pentahex. Or the 6 could go there, and that would take that. Either way, the 6 is only taking a maximum of 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going at least this far. And if it doesn't go far, they'll all have a 1 next to a 1, so it does take that. Let's get rid of these yellows. They're not actually useful for anything. I guess this, okay, so 6 must have 4 shaded, so exactly 2 unshaded. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 2 have to be shaded one way or another. And then the 5, maximum, or exactly 1 unshaded. So this one has to be shaded. The not having a rule about 3, disallowing 3 a vertex to be surrounded by 3 shaded cells is making this not very constrained. I'm not really sure. Maybe there will be some, it must rely a lot more on the shape logic. Must be. I wonder, this is touching, this 5 here is touching an L and a Y. So it can't be an L or a Y. This could still be a lot of things, but if it came in here, if this was shaded, it could make a, it can't make a Y. Oh yeah, it could easily make a P or an I. There's options there. Now this is touching, this could be anything. Okay, now if this was shaded, it would be an L touching an L, so that's unshaded, and it must come out this way. Yeah. See, the trouble is I have to do the region building as well as the shading. So what I mean there is that I can't mark this as unshaded or mark it as not in the region. I know that if it is shaded and part of the region, that tells me that it's a C, but it could still be shaded and not part of the region just as easily. Let's see. If this 4 was here, that'd be a Y. That's fine. If it was here, it'd be a P. It's fine too. Is this 3 constrained? If the 4 came here, 3, 5 would come out that way. I don't think that. Oh, 5 could even come out through this shaded, because that's not taken yet. Okay, what else? Oh, these 3's can never touch. We've known that since the beginning. Okay, so here the 3 occupies that, or the 2. So either way, if the 3 took this, the 2 would go inside. If the 2 took this, the 3 would go inside. It would be like a 3 and 1. So does that matter? No, I don't think so. I can't see anything from there yet. There's still quite a bit of the board I haven't investigated very much yet. And I'm sure there's plenty I'm missing up here too. Let's see. These 3's could connect. Let's see, is there anything with connectivity yet? Okay, here's something. This is a disconnection point. Because there's no way for the 4's to come in there. There's no way for a bigger thing to be in there that would be shaded and have a tetrahex. And yeah, the 3's or 2's coming up here are going to be unshaded. And anything new that I put in there is going to be smaller than a 4. So yeah, the shading has to come out. There we go. That's our first connectivity deduction, I believe. And it's got to, well, let's see. It's got to either come through here or through here. And either way, it's got to not be a 4 when it arrives. So this 4 can't stretch up and touch this 4 for connectivity. So I need something that's at least a 5 to join up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Potentially I could have a 5 there with a P in it, something like that. Then this 4 could come down 2 and 3. So I could add a new 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could, okay, this 5 is not big enough to stretch. It can only get to here, can't get to here. So I think I do need to add something new that's not recorded yet. This 9 certainly can't get up, nor can anything else that I can see. So yeah, I need to add a new region that's at least 5, and that comes to at least out to here, or at least up to here, or here. So what would that even look like? Here are the cells I have to work with. I know I need a new region of at least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, if this, yeah, because this 5 could come down. Of course, if it was here, it would be at least 6 because it's touching a 5. I don't think I have enough information to know solidly, because it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it could be something like this. That's a 6. Oh, but then the 4 would go in. So it can't take both of these, because this 4 has a maximum of 1 over there, so it has a minimum of 1 over. Wait a minute. Oh, I looked at that before, didn't I? I know that this has to be a, no, it doesn't have to be 2 or 3. No, this could be the 4, the 2, the 3. What I meant was that it just forces these to push up a little bit, but they could push up even more, and this could be a 4. But still, I can't have the 6 take both of these. The 5 or bigger take both of these. It has to take one or neither. So yeah, presumably if the 4 came here and then this was a P and then that came down, that would all be fine. The 2 and 3 could go up. But I think there's got to be other possibilities too, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this possibility of a 6, and then the 4 could come down. Yeah. Okay, let's keep looking then. Was there more over here? Oh yeah, look at this. The 3 comes out. See, I knew there was more. The 4 is finished. And then the 3 has to come out a little more. This 3 I think has to come down now, because if it went up twice, that would fix the 5, and the 6 would only have, yeah, I thought that was under pressure. So I've got 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 11 of it is occupied by these two. So this has a maximum of 1 up there, so a minimum of 1 down here. This comes out. These 3s can't touch. Finishes the 3s, and yeah, look at that. The 5 does indeed come down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's broken the puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Well, what do I do now? What? Oh, of course. I said a minimum of 1 down. It's a yeah. So yeah, this did prevent them from joining, so this one was forced down, and I might as well shade that in, shade this on, because they can only have 1 unshaded. Now, yeah, so this is the, I stumbled into it, oops. So this can only go up by 1, but if it came down, it would be forced to there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5 would have to go around. Is that the deduction that the setter put in place? I don't know. What about this? Is this forced? This could be a 1, could be more than a 1. Okay. Let's see. I think that's fair. I mean, it's a 5, it's a 5. It's pretty clear that it's being forced around. So the question for this 5 is, how does this grow? Either comes through there, or just sort of hangs out up here. Now, if it took that, oh, it would terminate just right here. I think that's a fair Fillomino argument. Whereas if it came through here, you know, it would have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's another way to look at it. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4, because it can't get here. Yeah, that's easy to see. Can't go to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it has to take at least 1 there. So it does. And the 3 has to go up. Now that'll maximize all of this. I still don't know which is which on this side. I do know that the 5 can't be a Y or a P, so maybe this will fix it. Could be an S. Now this isn't, yeah, this is not all, this does not involve connectivity at this point, because there's a lot shaded. But let's see, what could this be? If it took here, it could be an S. It would have to be an S, because it can't be a, it would have to take this and it can't be a Y. If it took this one, oh, that's it. Yep, that was it. So if I divided it up like this, there's no way to prevent making a P or a Y. I already have these two. If I leave that out, it's a Y. If I leave one of these out, it's a P. So that tells me that this connects like that. And I gotta take at least 4. And then I can't make a Y, so it's a P. And now this can't be an S. Oh, I should have seen this before. If I went here, it'd be an L on an L, so that's fine. Okay, and now I have another discontinuity coming through here. Nice. So this will have to connect up probably with this 5, but we'll see. Did I determine that these were unshaded? I think this has to be unshaded. If it was shaded, it can't be the 4, and it can't be something bigger. Yeah. So those two have to be unshaded. I don't know what Fillomino they are part of yet. What about here? This could still take this 5, and then this be a 2 or something. Or the 5 could come over this way. So here's another disconnection. Okay, I think I'm starting to see a bit of a disconnection starting to form a little bit. We'll see how that goes. But it looks like the trail has run a little cold around here. I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 This will either need to connect here, connect in this way, or it'll need another large region, at least 4, to connect this over with this 5 and the rest of the board. Oh, and this 5 can't go here either. Well, let's just take a look at this. So this 5 can't take anything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 7 before it reaches a choke point, so no, 8. So I don't think that's even helpful. Let's see. These 3s being connected, would that ruin the connectivity? I don't see it. I still know these can go up. This could be something new if that 4 went there, 2 and 3. These 2 could be part of a new region. That would be a 2. Where to look next? I got these shapes defined. Does that help me with this at all? Got an S there, but that's not touching anybody else. This is a P. This can't be a P. I know it can't be an L. So this still can't be an L or a Y. That hasn't changed. If this was on, I think it's got to be something back over here, but I'm not seeing it quite yet. Let's see, how about these 3s? If these 3s went there, then I would know this is shaded through. Is that a problem? This would be shaded through. This would be a 3. And so this would be the new region I'm talking about. It can't be the 5, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the tetromino, I'm sorry, the tetrahex could be an I, or I guess an I or an L. This can't be an S. This could still be a C. No, it can't be a C. That would block the 2. But it could be an S. Then this could be, well, if this was an S, that would have to be an L. This is too much to look ahead. Unless I don't see anything else, then I might look again. What about these 4s? These look a little suspicious. Maybe we need some new part of the grid. If these were connected, it'd have to expand like that for a C, or a P or a Y. That would all be fine, but this would then come around somewhere else. If these were connected, that would be off. So if these were connected, these 2 would be off. This would have to come out this way. This is not necessarily unshaded. That's the problem, is that I could still come out to be an L, and this is a P, and then there's a big, 7 region or something that comes in shades like that with an S. So I don't think I can make much headway there yet. Is there more with the 5s? What if this was unshaded? Okay, if this was unshaded, then this would be an I or an L. Yeah, if this was unshaded, I know it's part of this region. So if it was unshaded, this would come out either to be an I or an L, or it couldn't be an L, because then again, the 5 has exactly 1 unshaded. So if this was unshaded, it would be an I. And then I would have a new region with something, and then the 5 would also come out this way. And this would be a 1 in the new region, or maybe this would all be the new bigger region. 3, 4, 5, 6. That would work. This could be a 6, this could be a 5, and the 6 could have an I coming over. So that, well, okay, so the 5 can't go over this far. Oh boy. Whereas, if this were, if it were unshaded, this would be an I. It would come out as something that's not a 5, therefore it has to keep coming out. Say it's an L. This is 5. This is so far it's 4, 5, 6. That just does force this 5 to touch that 5. Okay, let's look at that again. But this time we're looking at this region. Where can it go? I know it can't go anywhere here. So this 5 has to either come around this way, with a C tetrahex, because it can't be a P. See what I mean here? If I wanted this to connect up here, I can't do a P, because this is a P. I'd have to do a C. And then it could take one of these two cells to make its 5th cell. So that would work. And then this would have to connect. There would have to be a larger region, again, to be a buffer helping connect this 5 to this 5 and the rest of the board. But, you know, this could be an I, and then I could have the buffer region be a P like that. No reason that couldn't work. On the other hand, if I do this, if I say this 5's going this way, okay, now this has to be a shaded cell. Here, we'll do this. A new shaded cell coming out, and then I've got this 5 shaded cell that has to, well, it wouldn't necessarily be shaded, but this region would have to connect out this way without touching these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this region, oh boy, this region could go through this gap. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if this is an I, this could be, well, this could be a P, taking up this spot. That could be a 1. Yeah, this could be a P, and then this I could be an L or a C or whatever you want. The new region separates the 5 from the 5. I don't think I have any orphan regions. This 3 comes down here. Okay, this makes this 3 an orphan, but that sure is a lot of looking ahead. I do not like that as the basis for an argument. But it does seem quite constrained, so maybe there's another argument I'm missing in this area that would be better. I do have several 3's here. So if these joined, I think that would be easy. If these didn't join, okay, what if, okay, if this 3 came, yeah, the 3 just can't go here. So it's got plenty of room. So if the 3 came down this way, it would take 2 more of these. But the 4 could even connect up there. There's no reason it couldn't. But I can see. This 9 sure looks suspicious. I mean, it's the biggest number in the grid. Is there something we can do with that? Let's just take like 1, 2. Now it can't get up here, I don't think. Well, certainly it can't get up to one of these, because if it came up to here, you know, the 3 would go here, it'd have to go all the way around. That's never going to happen. So 1, 2, oh, I didn't see this. Don't think that matters a lot. Okay, this 2 could be kind of a gate to the 9, perhaps. What are we looking at? I think this was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 9 could just take all of this and then just one more, and the 2 could go up there. Or it could go like this. A 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9. 2 comes down, 3, 2. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything good there. Is it something about shading? Oh, is it something about shading here? The 9 is going to have 5 unshaded cells. So it's very unlikely that this is shaded. Yeah, it's not one of the originals that was shaded. If it was shaded, it would come here. It couldn't just make a C. That would pin that off. So in fact, if it was shaded, it would have to have this 4 come, it would have to make like a P or an I here. And then these 4s could help out, get it out to the rest of the shaded cells. Not seeing that. Okay, was there more? Maybe I can get a better argument going on this one. Or notice something I haven't noticed yet. Because it does seem like it's forcing me out one way or the other. Can I determine which way that has to be? So this 4 is going to connect with a larger region, and then that larger region connects with something, either here or here. So the larger region is possible in these cells, and it has to be at least 5. And if it tries to connect through here, it has to be at least 6. So do I have any cells that it has to be? Now, could the large region go here, and then the 4 go down there? Yeah. Could the larger region be here, and then the 4 go there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You could. If the larger region was not this one, then what would that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, yeah, this could be the 4. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be any particular cell in here. Does this 5 tell us which way it goes? This 5, if it took here, it would have to take that as well. So these 2 are always together. In other words, if these were, nope, not necessarily. Yeah, the 5 could take here, and then there, and then it couldn't be a Y, so it would be an L. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So that deduction there is telling me these 2 cells have to be together. Because if they're not, then it'll break the Sploicy logic, or Sploicy logic. Because if this took here, I know with a 5 there can be 1 unshaded cell. So if these were separated, it took here, can't take that because it's separated. Now in this shape, I can make either a Y by leaving this undone, or an L by leaving one of these off. and it's already going to be touching a Y and an L. So there's no way these two are different. They're either together on here, like that, or they're together on a new region. Now that new region could just be a region of 2. And then this could be a big region, and these 4s both come down through the new region and touch this. That would be fine as well. But now that I say that, oh, look at this. Okay, so these two are together. So now I have to determine, does the 5 take it or not? If the 5 takes this region, no, if the 5 doesn't take the region, how does it go? And remember, we need to make some shape that's not an L or a Y, but the L is more constraining here. So if the 5 tries to come down, 1, 2, 3, it'll have to take this, and yeah, it takes this and one more. But look what shape I've made with my shading so far. Even if I leave this on, it's an L. If I leave it off, I have to come to one of these and make an L. There it is. That's really nice. First, it requires you determine these are together, and then you can sort of go the next step of take them or leave them. And I can't leave them, so I won't. And now I got to do shading without leaving a Y, so that's filled in. Now I could do an O here by doing both of these, or a P by doing this in one of those. But now I have constrained this quite a bit more. Those two being cut off is pretty useful, I think. Now I know that even if this 3 and 2 is here, there's 9 cells up here. So I'm just going to mark those in yellow. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then over here, 1, 2, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. I know this region has to be at least 5 because it's going to connect to a 4. And I know that if it touches this, it has to be at least 6. Well, so I now know my new region is got to include these 5, because if it didn't, yeah, if it includes this one, then it includes all those 6. Oh, I'm sorry. I know my region's size, but I'm not sure the exact cells yet. But I know the region's size because these 3 clues occupy 9 cells somehow. They could reach down to here, they could reach down to here or here. So those are accounted for. And then I've got 5 or 6 cells. 5 if I don't include this, 6 if I do include it. So that tells me that all these other things get shoved outward. I still don't know the shape of this region. Certainly don't know the shape of the tetrahex that's inside it. But I do know that this is included in these 9. I'll go ahead and do that. You know what? I won't do any of that. But it does tell me that I need my 5 or 6 region in here, my 4, 3, 2, and then all of these other ones, you know, all this space is accounted for. Now, I also did notice if I left this off of my new region, it would be a 1. In fact, right now, just from regular Fillomino, I can tell these are connected. They have to be. And because I don't have 2 to spare, this can't be a 2 region. That would only leave me, you know, 9, and then only 4 more. So I can't do that. So this is definitely my new region. Look at that. I'll leave it unshaded for now, because I have bigger things to think about down here. Or I thought maybe I did, but now that I look at it again, maybe I don't. Because I was thinking this 2 was forced, but now I look at it again, it's not forced. Not quite. If the 4 was separated, that would go there, the 2 would go there. Yeah, and this would be at least 3, but who cares about that? And I also still don't know whether it connects down here or there or both. Presumably it could do something like this to be a Y, These would be forced up. This could be an I or something. Oh wait, look at that. I was probably a bit dumb. I should have thought of this more carefully. This cell here can't be reached by the 4, but has to be reached by one of these or the new region. That's all that fits. So it must be the new region. Similar with this, must be the new region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the only way they can connect is here. So it is in fact these ones. Great. And that allows me to do some shading. Because I need at least 4 in here, so even if I leave off these 2, this has to be. And then 1, 2, this one, if these were off, that's possible. But I could either go out this way and make it an I or a P, which would force that to be an O. Yeah, but this one is forced. And now if this was a P, that'd be an O, that's fine. What about up here? I know this is part of the 4, so it's shaded. So now this is a P or an L. If it's a P, 2 goes there. Well, I probably could have seen this. Oh no, I didn't know it was forced before, but I do now. But that's the 3, because this can't get to the 2 or the 4. And then the 2 could go up or down, depending on the shape of the 4, because this is going to be a 5 or a 6 no matter what. I notice I haven't been doing numbers. I'll probably just go in and do the numbers at the end. I prefer the edges. It's more clean. It's more visually clean to me while solving, so I'll do that for the answer check at the end. And I'll just buy some time by cleaning up while I'm trying to figure out what the next step is. So this could be a P or an L. This could be a P, making that an L, or an L. Well, no, couldn't be an L, but it could be a C. This 2 coming down this way. Okay, a small deduction here. I know this 2 can't go up or lock out that 2, because these would both be prevented from expanding from the 2. This felt like such a great thing to get this 6 region, but now I'm still not sure which way it connects, or both. Is there a reason it would have to be both? Because if so, that would fix it as a P, fix this as an L. That seems likely, because then that would resolve a lot of things. This being a P, this would have to be an O. So if it had to connect to both, what would cause that to happen? That would mean there's some disconnection going around through here somehow. Maybe I should look here for some more Fillomino, because I've got a 1. I don't have it. Okay, what could this cell be? If it was a 2, it would go there. This would go, 3 would go there, 4 would go down. And that's unlikely, but possible. If it was a 3, it would have to come out. Can't be a 4, can't be a 5. If it was a 6, it would have to come out. So if it was a 3, you know, it would come out like this. Force that 2 nicely. And start being this disconnection. Oh yeah, quite a bit of disconnection possible here. So I'm guessing that's probably a 2 or a 3. But is there any reason it must be? And I am kind of guessing at what the solution might look like based on the rules of the puzzle, because I don't have much else to think about that I can put my finger on. And the Santa did say it's a hard one. Also, it's a completely new type of puzzle, so I am very much enjoying trying to figure out the quirks of this type. It's a kind of a mishmash of existing types, But regardless, I am enjoying studying the different curves of it. So this 4 could easily join up with that to be an L. Then this would have to be a C or a P, no problem. If it didn't join up, this would come down. It could go there to be an L. It could go to here to be an I. Okay, I know that one of these is off because of the 3. Does that make a difference? If the 3 came here, the 4 would go down. And this 4 would have to take at least one of these. Whereas if this was off, I'm not seeing anything good. I already know this 5 can't shade and move this way, but it could always be shaded to be here for an I. Oh, I just feel like there's something around here with the 9 that I haven't thought about yet. Should I look at that again? They'll meet in the middle. Maybe this can help me get my disconnection somehow. That'll force this. There's also 5 here, but that's not even close to any of the other 5s. Well, I think in lieu of anything better to do, I might as well start doing this. So this is 6, and possibly I will bring up something that I have not seen yet. From the numbers being close to each other, we'll see. So I know these 5s, I know one of these is a 5, but this still could be a 5, if that is. If this was a 5, it would come down this way. And maybe these 5s will be more useful in a moment. We'll see. 4s, really, I don't know. Okay, now here, well, let's go ahead and finish these first. These are 5s. I did determine these are all 6s. Now these are either a 2 or a 4, one of each. Okay, now, still, yeah, this could be even something new, and then 3 goes there, 4 goes down there, if this was something new that came out like that. I just don't know. This was one of the originals, right? Yeah, okay. 5, 4s. So what can I say? If this 2 came up here, this couldn't be a 1 or a 2 or 3 or, oh, okay, there's something very small. If the 2 came here, what could this be? Can't be a 1 or a 2. Can't be a 3 to join this. That would be too big. Or a 4 or a 5 or something larger. So it does not go that way. So what could this be? If this was a 1, I'd have the same, nope. If this was a 1, that'd be a 2. 3, and then 4 could come down. Yeah, not a problem. Though it would have quite a bit of disconnection. So that's something, but still, that's all presupposing this is a 1. If this, it can't be a 2. It could be a 3, can't be a 4, could be a 5 or greater. Okay, what if I came, okay, I should have known that. I kind of did. This is shaded, so it's part of a larger 4 or more. So it's not here. So this 2 goes one way or that way. I could do that with the Sudoku with like a pencil marks. Oh, you know what? In hex grids, you can't do pencil marks anyway. You can do the center mode, but not the corner mode. So that's fine. I don't need to do that to show it's exactly one of those. But over here, is there any more marking I can do? So this could be a 3, could be a 4, could be something new. But it's at least a 2, 3, 4 more. I'm just going to put a 0 to mean more than that. This could be, yeah, a 2 going that way, 3, 6. So 2, 3, 6 or more. I have a feeling I'm just going to fill this all up and not really get any good information. These 5s looked curious, but before that, I'm going to look down here again at the 9. There's got to be something with this 9. I mean, obviously, there's something. That's why it's a clue, but is it visible yet? In here, this can't be a 1. If it was, it could be a 2, can't be a 3, could be a 4, and can't be more. So this is either a 2, a 4, that's it. If it's a 2, it goes there. If it's a 4, it goes there. If it's anything else, it would cut off the 2. Now, that does tell me that it's actually disconnected. Because if these were together, it couldn't be part of the 2, and it can't cut off the 2. Yeah, that makes sense. The 2 comes here or there. It's pretty obvious when you say it that way. It also tells me the 4 can only take one of these. So it has to take at least one somewhere else. Not helpful. If the 3 came, yeah, the 3 could take both of these. It could go this way. There's really no limit on the 3. If it did come this way, the 9 would be more constrained. So let's take a bit closer look at the 9 again. The 2, this 2 has to go to one of these spots. So wherever it goes, constrains the 9. 1, 2, 3. It either goes over the top or under the bottom. But in reality, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, it either goes under the, under the top or over the bottom, or vice versa, you know what I mean. But that means the 2, no, because the 2 could come straight sideways, couldn't it? If the 2 comes sideways, the 9 could go, could go however it likes. This 4 is not constrained is the point. The 2 is not constraining the 4 because the 2 is irrelevant. The 4 could go up or down and the 9 go the other way. While this 3 is fine and the 2 is fine. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just need 2 more here for the 9 and the 4 could go there if it really wanted to. So that's not helpful. If the 3 came sideways, that would tell me a lot more about the 9. For the 3 to come sideways, what would that even require? I don't know. But if the 3 came sideways, fully sideways, by 2 here, the 9 would come over and stick up. So this 2 would go there, the 4 would go there, this 4 would go here, make probably a P or a Y. Oh, it couldn't make a Y because of this. No, it could. This 2 goes up. This 2 comes out. This makes a P. This 2 comes over. So it looks like this might be a little bit of a maximal argument going on here. So I'm just going to count up cells like I did up here. So I've got 9, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3. See, but now the problem is there are some cells up here. All this was conditioned on this 3 going straight across and the 9 going under, the 2 going up. So all I'm trying to prove is the 3 can't go straight across. In order to prove that, the 3, the 2, the 9, the 4, 2, and the 4. So I can foresee how that's going to look. And that does break. And now I'll just prove it real quick. 3 goes across. I'll just do it this way. 3 goes across, 9. It takes at least that. Oh, yeah, because the 9 could come out, maybe. But no, because the 2 has to go up. 4 has to go up. 9 is forced to take the rest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 2 goes up. 4 goes up and over. This 2 can't connect there because of this 2. So it has to come over. At the same time, the 4 has to come over, and that's a conflict. So with all that, I can see the 3 can't come straight over. So that's pretty tough, but I'm an hour in, and I'm not seeing anything else. So if the 3 doesn't, so the 3 can't occupy this square. Certainly can't occupy this, can't go there because of this 3. It could go up to here, it could occupy any of these, and the 4 would just be forced up. See, and that is the problem, is I don't see a problem with forcing the 4 up at all. The 3 could be as far back as this and be fine. So I really don't think that's helpful. What else? I guess let's look at these 5s again. So I know there's exactly one open space, but with that, this could be a C connecting there, and if it's not a C, you could come down here as an I. Well, the point is that this can't connect to this. So where can this go? Can't connect to here or here. 4, that's why it had to get this. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward once you have that shading in. But it could go there, and then this would be a 2. Okay. Maybe that's something. I know that this is at least, okay, yeah, okay. I know this is at least a 4 because it's shaded. That's something I didn't appreciate before. I'm just going to pencil that in as 4, 5, 6 or more. 4 because it's the minimum, 6 because it's bigger than these, and then just more. So that is helpful, maybe. Let's see. If this was a 5, it could be connected to this. And that's the situation where it doesn't connect here, so it has to connect through a new thing that's bigger than 5. Or it doesn't have to be bigger than 5. It could be a 4. If this was connected and it was a 5. Okay, well here's the deal. If this was a 5, it would have to be connected because this can't be a 1. Oh, that tells me this is also 4, 5, 6 or greater. Because it can't be a 1 and it can't be, it's only, so it has to expand to one of these. So if it's a 5, then this is all 5. That's shaded, so it's either an I or a P. So it can't connect through there, so it needs a bigger region somewhere in here to connect it, which is going to put, and this has to be something that's at least a 2. So assuming this was a 5, this can't be a 5 anymore. So, and it can't be a 1, so it's at least 2. This 5 is forced across. And now I need this new region to connect this with either here or here. So it could be a 4, that's an L touching a P. This could be another P. That would be fine. And then this can't go to these, so it has to take at least that. Okay. So that's not bad. I mean, it's not good because it's not very constrained. I'm going to do undo so I don't accidentally leave some pencil marks where I don't want them. Okay, that's all forced, I believe. Now, if this was not 5, say this is a 4 coming down like this into a C, this has to be 5, so it has to take at least that. And then either here or here. If this was a 4, it would be a C. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is either this is a 5 and this is not a 5, or this is a 4 or a 6 or more and this is not a 5. So this can never go there. Let's prove that another way. If this 5 went there, this would have to be, it's shaded, so it's at least a 4. Yeah, okay. If this took here, this is at least a 4. It has to join up with a big region. It joins up with this 5, touching a 5, and that's illegal. Okay, so that's something. And then, yeah, this either, if these disconnected, that'd be a 5, this would be a 4, that's fine. It's okay for these to be disconnected. It's just not okay for this to go up that way. Now, what if this was disconnected? Oh, there we go. Look at this. One little piece at a time. It's building on itself. Very nice. So if this was disconnected, this can't be a 1. So it's going to go here, and now it has to be at least 4. It runs into here, and now it can't be 5 because that would make 6 cells in a 5 region. So this is, these two are connected, and once again, like up here, because these two are connected, I have to decide if this takes both or neither, but I already know it can't take there, so that. And now, finally, I do have proof that this has to come here. I maybe could have run into that proof a little more easily by, more or less trialing this and seeing that this wouldn't work. Yeah, you know what? I would have trialed. That trial would have been good too. If I trialed this, that would go up, and now how can this 5 come down? Well, it has to take at least these 3. We already know that. But it couldn't go either of these spots. So maybe this would be a 2. But again, the fact that this is shaded, that's the key point, is that this would work as a 5 here, but only if this was not a 5, it'd be, something bigger. And this could be a 2, but it can't be a 2 because it's shaded. So all that to say, I have proved a couple of ways that this section comes out this way. And if this was disconnected, then it would be the one disconnected and the shading wouldn't work. And so, yeah, that has to be shaded. And where does it go from here? Now we're getting a little closer, one tiny step at a time. I know that they can't come up here. So 1, 2, 3, I can't take these, so I have to take that one. So I will. And now, yeah, because if I went like this, separate, 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 yeah, it doesn't work. Wow, we're reaching that point in the solve where I'm trialing dumb stuff. Finally now, this is forced. There, beautiful. Because, yeah, now that this is a 5, these can't be next to it. Still not sure if it goes up or down, if that's shaded or not. I still don't know if these are shaded. Well, yeah, now I do. Because this can't be an L, so it's an I tetrahex. And these can't be 5. So this goes either up here to make this sort of an X shape, or down here to make a P with a tail. Okay. And now, oh, this could even be even bigger than that, actually. Could be a slanted T or a V, slanted V, or any number of things. But we do know that this is fixed, and we have some headway. Is disconnection going to play another part here? I see this. This 3's got to come out. Okay. I think the 3 has to take... Does it have to take... Yeah, it has to take 2 of these. 2 of these are a 3, but I don't know which 2. It could be these 2, those 2, or those 2. Either way, it is building up some sort of disconnection here. But I know it can't go here. So it's got to... Okay, so that 3 is building up some disconnection. What about this 3? This 3 can only go up by 1, it has to come down by at least 1. If it did come down by 2, it would take 2 out of these 3. Oh, if it didn't take here, was that upset the 4? I think it would. Yes. Yes. If the 4 took... If the 3 took... No. Sorry. If the 3 took these 2, the 4 could come up. And the 2 would go down or something. It's only if this happened... No, even that would be fine. Maybe. Yeah, fine with the 9, I think. Or this. This would be the problem. If it took these 2, that would be a problem. Taking these 2 and these 2 is not a problem for this 4, though it may cause a problem nearby. But I'm not seeing it. Okay, so I know that this is a region. What could this be? Well, it could be a small region. It could just be a 2, and then this is part of the 5. If this was part of the 5, I would still need my big region. So once again, like up here, let's see what sort of cells I'm working with. I know it can't get through here. Is that even possible? If I did that, this would be a 3 and block the 3. Yeah, so not that one. If it came to here, that'd be 3 there, there, again, blocking that one. So this orange region, I need some sort of new region. It may just be a 2, and then the 5 connects to the 4. But where is this 5 going to connect to? One of these 4s, maybe? If it came here, this 3 would go there, this 3 would go there, and this would be blocked here. So is it possible for this to be a 4 and an L? Well, I don't even need to think about it. That's too big of a thought yet. If I avoid this cell, that's what I'm trying to ask. What would happen if I avoided this cell? Well, that could just be a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if that was a 2, this would be a size 4 or 5. And this would have to be a 4 like this, being an S. Because a 5 would not work. Or, presumably it could be a 1 here, and this is a 5, and this is a 4. Being a C. Then that's an L, and yeah, not seeing it yet. Is there another maximal argument here like there was up there with these givens? Let's just see. So what did I determine on this? These can't be 1s. They could be a 2. Can it be a 3? No, it can't be a 3 because it has to take one of those if it wants to be a 3. Could be a 4, connecting with these, or possibly going up there. Can't be a 5. Could it be a 6? If it was a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, why not? 5, 6. Well, it can't take both of these. 1, 2, 3, because this 5 still needs exactly 2 more. So assume that the 5 takes this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 5 can come down. This 3 comes up a little bit. Don't see an issue with that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between the 5 and the 6, it has to take these 11. There's no way around it. Okay, so then this 5 would definitely come down. This 3 would come down. This 3 would go up. Yeah, this is getting very tight. Where did my 6 stop? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 3, 5, 3 would go up here and there and break. No, wouldn't break. The 5 would have to come down a little more. That's all. And very nice. So with this 6, the 5 could connect in however it likes, because this could be a C or a P. And this 5 could be an L or a C. This 4 could be an L or a C. So that's definitely possible, as far as I can tell. Could this be bigger than a 6? I think that's definitely not possible. So if it's bigger as we, again, these 11 are taken, and then 12. Now the 5 goes here, the 3 goes there, and it breaks that 3. So this is cannot be bigger than a 6. So it's 2, 4, or a 6. If it was a 4, I'd probably take those. That'd be a 5. It could be, well, it can't be a P. If this is a 5, it can't be a P, so it'd have to be a C, and this is a C. Is that enough? If this was a 4, it'd be a C. And then this would be, oh, this could be 5, and that could be a 1. No, because 5 can't come down here. Right. So if this is a 4, this is the 5. That's a C, so that's not a C. So this is on. Those two are on, and it can't be a P, so it's an L, giving us disconnection. I want to prove this in my head if possible. So that's a C, that's an L with an extra empty cell, and this 5 is definitely connected, so it can't be a C. But it could be something else coming out somewhere else. What are these? This 3 can't come up there, so this is something new. Probably 2 or can't be a 4 connecting to this. Could be a 2, another disconnection 2. And then, yeah, this disconnected here, and this is disconnected here. I think I was even saying that's 2, so that's disconnected. This 3. So the point is that this 5 needs to come down and connect with this 4. Something like this. So the 3 there, 2 there, 3 there. This could be 5 going all the way around. This could be a 4 coming out like that to be a C. Then that would be a C. So that seems constrained, but still, I don't think that's impossible. I don't really want to bifurcate to find out. I might not have a choice, because this definitely seems like the most constrained part of the grid. That or, yeah. Let's see. You know what? My policy on bifurcation has been for quite a long time now that if you need to bifurcate because you don't see another path forward, go for it. But when you do, always do your very, very best to go back and try to figure out the logical answer afterward, so that you're actually finding the logic that's in the puzzle. And if you can't find the logic, you know, that's really too bad. But go ahead if you need to, do a long look ahead, do a bifurcation, whatever you want to call it. But then find the logic, because it's there. It, you know, it should be there anyway. From what's in here, I think I'm pretty sure that the Santa has got something up his sleeve. So let's just take another little look at this. I believe this has to connect to here. Let's see if we can do something that forces it to break, like it forces a C to be on a C. Because I know if these connect here, then this 4 causes that to be a C. And then if I want this to be a 5, I'm thinking that this is going to break. That would be an L. So let's just see, what if we do something like this. If this 3 comes over, yeah, this should break something. This should give us some breakage, surely. So if this comes over, it can't be part of the 5. And now the 5 is maximized because the current cells that are available for the 5, let me just go back real quick. Current cells that are available for this 5 are here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then either this one or this one, and possibly more down here. But I can't take this, can't take that, can't take that, can't take that. And so yeah, I guess like this. So if this 3 goes over, now the 5 is maximized there, and this 3 has to come out like that. Yeah, I can see many ways in which this breaks. So maybe this is the right step. The 3 forces out 4. And this, yeah, the 3 is forced down here because of the 5 and the 3. And then the 4 comes out, and it can't take either of these. So, am I satisfied that that's logic? Let's just go over one more time. If the 3 comes over, you know, let's do it with coloring again, because that makes it easier to see once you have the right question. The 3 can't go here or here. Okay. Now, if in addition it couldn't go here or here, it would take this, and I did identify this a long time ago. This would break the 4, because the 4 has to come out and can't go there. So can I force both of these off? And the answer is yes. If I go here, that forces the 5 there. And now both of these are off. That's not too bad. I think I like that. So this 3 can't be there. So now where can this 3 go? Well, it can't go here, can't go here, can't go there. So it has to at least take that. Now that is something. Now this 2 is forced. See, yeah, this is good. The 3 is forced down there. Now I know this 3 can't go. Yep, this is good. It didn't take much. This 3 can't go there. So 1, 2 at least goes there. And now both of these are forced off of there. And there it is. Yep, just with a little look ahead gave me the right clue to look in the right place, which is like the Santa said. It's the logic is sound after you find it. Okay, so now I think there is going to be a disconnection argument here, forcing it to come up this little path. But let's keep looking, because I believe this 5 is now forced even more. 1, 2, 3. I could go there for 1 more, and at least 1 more this way. And this one, look at this. This is at least a 2, which means it can't be part of the 5. That finishes the 5. Yeah, this is looking more and more like a disconnection. So these are definitely have to be part of the 5. I can just clean this up, or dirty it up, I guess, a little bit. I don't know what this could be. It could be either 2 or a 4, obviously. If it was a 2, this 5 would have to connect somewhere else. If it was a 4, this is the disconnection. This is the disconnection. There's no way for me to make this a 4 connected with that, because then these would be not unshaded, but this 4 can't connect that way. So it has to finish its tetrahex this way. That's a C on a C. Yeah, so that's the disconnection I'm looking for, which now means this 5 has to connect through somewhere up here. And it's going to be a C or an L. Now let's take a quick peek at what these could be. These are connected. They could be a 2, could be can't be a 3, could be a 4 or a 6. And I think this is the 11 cells. So if it's a 5, 6, they're all taken, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cells. So if it's a 6, then the 5 is forced like this, and that's a 6, or like this, and that's a 6. If it's a 6. If it's a 2, then this is a 4. And if this is a 2, okay, this can no longer be 2, because if this was a 2, is that true? If this is 2, and that's 4, yeah, I've only got 11 cells to work with. So if this is a 2, this can't be a 6 or a 2. So it's a 4, touching a 4. Good. And if this was a 6, again, I've got to take those. 5 goes there or there. If it was a 4, to go there for an I, touching an I. Yeah. If this was a 4, this couldn't be a 6, so it'd be a 4. And all of them would be an I touching an I. So I can't do that, so this can't be a 4. If this was a 4, this would be 2. And then either this would be a C, and a, yeah, yep. If this was a 4, this would be 2, which is obviously no good. I've got my disconnection here. One of these could be shaded, but not both. And so it has to come up here. And that gives me, this can't be the 4 touching the 4, it's got to be the 5. Wait, is this a problem? It can't be a P, so it's got to be a C. And then this 4 has to be a C as well, either here or here. So that's the issue. And I did see that before a while ago. Okay, so yeah, again, if this is a 4, it's a C, no doubt about that. Because this is forced to be a 2. And so this is a 4, the D goes here or here to be a C. Now this 5 has to be the connection point, and it can't be a P, so these are not part of the 5 shaded. Yeah, so that's C on C. I think I'll take that. I think that's probably intended as logic to be seen after the fact. So this can't be 4. I do like that. I really like that combination of the Fillomino logic with the Sploicy logic to build your own. I described this in the Secret Santa chat as, or maybe I didn't, but I was about to, as a chaos construction Sploicy, which I really like. So it's not a 4, so it is a 6, and now that's maximized. So 6 obviously is going to have some sort of shading. And I know this, it's either going to take these two or these two, but not both. I guess I can leave those in. So what did I say about this? If this 5, wait a minute, why can't, no, there's no reason why this can't work. That'd be an L. Oh yeah, and I don't have to go through here anymore. Now that it's a 6, I could come through here and be a P or something. Yeah, so I need to not leave those in. But I do know these can no longer be a 4. Can't be bigger than a 6. Okay. This is an L or a C. How am I going to finish this? I know that it needs to be connected to either here or here. There's no way it's going to be connected to both. I mean, no way it's going to be forced to be connected to both. I got my disconnection here. How am I going to resolve this? I guess I'll just look at it more. So if this was a 6, it would come down here, and these would be shaded, meaning this is unshaded. Yeah. So if this is a 6, this is unshaded, and it has to connect here, and this is a 5. Is that the thing? No. Is that? So this is a 5, meaning it has to be a C because it can't be a P. And if this was off, it would be a P. Yeah. So this is a C. The 6, is that is still an issue. Yes, I still have to avoid the C on a C. Okay, yep, there it is. So if this was the 6, disconnect, connect. This has to be 5 because I can't have this being a 6 and that being a 6. Avoid the P, that's a C. And now this has to connect at least that much. Has to connect either here or here, making C on a C. Still an issue. So this can't be 6, this has to be 5. Which means it has to come up, of course. And the 6 expands that way. And we can do the shading. Or I'm sure that we can do the shading. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have exactly 2 off. But which ones? This is an I or a P. If it was an I, this would be an L. This could be a C. Don't see any problem with that. If it was a P, this could be an L. That could be a C. Don't see any problem with that. So uniqueness tells me that this is an L. This can't be an L. So that's on. I don't want to use uniqueness right now. Uniqueness is telling me that this is shaded, forcing this to be a C. This can't be a C. That's an L, and that resolves this. Just in terms of uniqueness, would that even finish it? If this is an L, that's on P, and this can't be. Oh, wait a minute. No, skip the uniqueness. This has to be on no matter what. Okay, because this is an I, this can't be an I. I'll get back to the uniqueness in a moment. If this was a C, this would be an L, and this would be a P. Fine. If this was an L, this would be a C, and this would be a P or an I. And if this was disconnected, okay, there's something at the very least. If this was disconnected, I'd have to, no, I just have to connect in through here. So that's on, that's off, that's on, and that's a P, touching a P. Okay. Once again, yeah. So if this is off, disconnection here, I got to come through this way, make it a P, touching a P. So I can't do that. So I do have to have that on. And if this is off, I'll have an L and an I and a C. And if it's on, I can still have an L and a C. Right, so now back to the uniqueness. If this was an L, this is off, connect here, can't be a P, has to be a C. So by uniqueness, this is forced, which means that's forced. So that's a 4, 2, goes something like that. And I don't like that, but I do like that it's done. And it's already an hour and 35, wow. Yeah, I don't like the uniqueness deduction, so I'm going to leave it because that's telling me, it's at least giving me more information. Let's see, would I determined something? Yeah, okay. So before the uniqueness, I was here. And that does tell me that this is going to be forced to be on. Therefore, there's something that forces this to be on. And I can come over to there to look around. I know where to look. So if the, yeah, so I can just try to prove it. Oh, and it's trivial. I already showed that this 4 can't come out. Duh. The 4 can't come out, therefore the 2 can't go in. Oh, that is so trivial. Wow. Yeah, because if this was, it wouldn't work. So, by uniqueness, not by uniqueness, by logic that I didn't look at, there it is. So yeah, this is an L, this can't be an L. So this connects, it's a P, this can't be a P, so that's on, it comes through. Okay, that's done. Okay, it was done by logic, I like it. Okay, now this 3, I already know it takes off here. So yeah, so here we're building up like I was hoping. We're going to need that because we're building up a big wall of disconnection. Now, did I prove that this is disconnected? I proved that one of these is off. Because if they were both shaded, this 3 would hit that 3. So one of these is shaded. So in terms of disconnection, I'm tempted to start drawing an edge of disconnection that includes that. I mean, it might as well include this. Now, these two can't both be, yeah, at least one of these is disconnected. Where else could both of these be connected? If so, it's got to be a 6 or greater, so it's got to come out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And if they weren't connected, if these were both shaded, it's a 6 or greater, and it's got to come out. If these are not shaded, could this be shaded? Only if it comes out and is shaded. Only if the 2 goes there, 3 goes there. Well, let's leave that, but let's take a closer look here at this 4 because I am neglecting this 4. Can't go there. Now, if this, yeah, now the 9 is way more powerful, isn't it? Now it's trivial, not trivial, but it's simple to see the 3 can't go over there because the 9 would come up here, 4 would try to come out, and 2 would come, yeah, simpler. Yeah, much simpler. So yeah, 3 doesn't go over, but even stronger than that, I know this 2 goes here or here. If it goes here, the 9's got to come up here or here. If it comes up here, that 2 goes there and shuts off this whole chamber having to come up through here, which makes this shaded coming out. Interesting. Interesting. So here I've got some disconnection argument happening right here. Yes. Either these are all shaded, or the shading comes through this way. Now, if these are all shaded, that 2 goes there, that 2 goes there, that's shaded. It's got to have a tetrahex of an L, so that's part of the 9 now. Okay, this is looking ahead a little too much. I'm getting used to it in this puzzle, but I shouldn't. But still, these are fair. Okay, so now this 3 is a little constrained. Now, what did I say here? This has to be coming out, forcing the 2 that way. That's all the assumption that we go through here. I'm trying to prove we have to go through there. So this, and yeah, this can't be a 4, so it has to be at least 5. And surely it's part of the 9 now. Okay, so this would work. Or maybe I have to prove that I have to do that, because that does look kind of pretty. If I wanted to come through here, this 3 would come out. This would come over. And now what? I already know the 3 can't come over here. I did take pains to do that before. Because if it did that, the 9 would come over like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just completely blocking this 2, 100%. So the 3 can't go there, so it has to go there. 2 goes there. See, this also looks likely. So now, this is almost certainly part of the 9. No, because this 4, okay, yes. I think this is it now. This 4 has to connect to something, right? Could it connect this way? Possibly. Could it connect this way? Possibly. Could it connect this way? Possibly. But what size of thing could it be part of? Let's just fill in here. So this part of 2 takes at least 1 more, 4 takes at least 3 more. I don't really care where they are. Okay, that's up for the 4, here's 1 for the 2. Here's 1 for the 2, here's 2 for the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these givens comprise this entire lower section. And there's some leeway because the 4 could go up here, could take these extra 2, leaving that one for that, and this one for the 3, and then that one for the 3. So, but this is all just with these givens, meaning there's exactly 1 tetrahex in any of this, and it belongs to the 9. And the 1 tetrahex in any of this that belongs to the 9 has to connect this 4 to something else, meaning it can't go through this section. If that logic is sound, then it's nice. But is it sound? Okay, what did I already say? This is 7, 8, 9. Give the 2 1 more. Give that 1 more. Let's look at it this way too. How far could the 9 get out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the farthest. Okay, this is the farthest that any of these things can reach, because the 3 can get there. So taking all these givens into account. And now let's see how far they have to reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. An extra for the 2, 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 an extra for the 3, 2 for these 3, and 3 for the 4. So I have 3, wow, look at this. I've got exactly 3 cells of wiggle room here. So I could insert a 3 or less somewhere in here and still allow all of these Fillomino regions to expand as much as they need to. And 3 is less than 4, as Simon would say. So because of that, I can't fit an extra tetrahex. If I try to put an extra 4 in here somewhere, first of all, it can't even connect this 4 to anything, or this 4 to anything. So basically, if I wanted to plug up this joining section, I would have to come through here. So I need one Fillomino. Is this possible? Oh, no, I think it's okay. Hopefully. I was going to say, I need to create a new Fillomino region of at least size 4. But I don't need to create a new one if there already is one that I just have to expand by a couple of cells. So is that possible? If I came out here, and if the 9 came out, so I was going to say I can't add a new one of size 4 or more, therefore I can't plug this up. But if I do plug it up and this just comes in a couple of cells, is this going to be able to join up to my 9 and my 9 join up my 4s like that? Here's the 2, here's the 4, so this is a C, that's an L. Yeah, that's blocking this too. Oh, but it's not pretty. Okay. My counting argument, let me just review my counting argument. So I'll do the 9 later. So an extra 1, an extra 3, an extra 1, an extra 1, an extra 2, an extra 2, an extra 1. Now I need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can get as far as here with just 3. That's the max. Or here with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can just get to here with the 9. Or I can get here with the 3, but I can't because there's a 3. But I could get here with the 9 only if I take this exact path. I can't go around this way. I have to take this exact path, which does not allow me to put in this. So I can never get to here. And I can never, what am I doing? I can never get to here. Oh, no, I could. So there's 2 extra cells I could add. So if this comes in there, then it gives me those 2 extra. Or, this is why bifurcation doesn't work. I mean, this is why I'm bad at it. So if this gave me 1, I could think of either 1 or 2 extra. Either way, the 3 goes here. The 9 has to come up here. Does it have to come up here anyway? Wait a minute. From my counting argument, can I just determine these are 9? These have to be part of the 9 cells? Because either the 9 cells comes up here and either this is shaded or this comes down and this has to go up to connect these 2. Either way, I'm going to need shaded cells somewhere. So either they're here or they're helping out with this, with here. So the 9 can't just go around the bottom. Let's try to prove that. Let's try to prove that the 9 can't go around the bottom. Just imagine that these are off. No, I already proved this, that the 9 can't go right here. Okay, well, here's another thing. Let's prove the 9 can't go here. I think that is going to be hard for the 9 to do. So the 3 goes here. So this is all disconnected. Oh no, this will be easy for the 9 to do. But what it will require is that these be shaded. Oh, I forgot the 4 can take that. The 4 can so easily take that. and then 2 here, 2 here, 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 here. 9 there, 3 there. So this seems quite possible. It's definitely what am I doing? It's definitely constrained, but possible. So then this would be an L, and this would just connect up, and this would connect out this way. Okay. Now, that's possible for the 4 to take that. If I do that's off, do I have to prove that's off? If I want to prove that's off, that'd be something like the 2 going across. That'd be an easy way to do that. Then, wait a minute, is it just this simple? If I go here, 3, 4. Okay, let's look at this instead. How is this going to connect? If I go here, 2, 3, 4, then that's got to be part of the 9. I just don't see any way that it could be anything new, and for the 9 to get out enough. So if this takes here, that's a 2, that's a 2. Yeah. Now this is closed off. Okay. If I go here, that's closed off, that's closed off. Now this needs to come down and over, and this 4 connects it. Oh, but the 4 can't connect to a 4, so this has to be something new, but it can't be. I don't have enough space. This can't be part of the 9 because that's the 9. Yeah, I think that's good. This forces these to be off, so this has to come down. So this is the 9, and it has to take up this space. It just doesn't have choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, so that's off, meaning one of these is on. Now, if this is on, it could go either way. If this is on, the 2 goes there. And then what? Well, it can't go this way. That'd be a C on the C. So it has to come across. Again, it can't go to here, so it has to come one more at least. The 4 has to take some of these. So this could be, oh yeah, and it has to come through here. So the question is, does this work? This has to be part of the 9. And the 4 takes down here, so the 9 connects this way, the 3 connects that way. This could be an I or an L. This could be a S or an S or a Y or an O even. Well, no, it couldn't be an O. This has got to break, right? Now this can't be, this has got to be a 1. No, it could be part of the 9. So where am I sitting with my 9 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I can't take both of those. Okay, so I said from here, it has to come over, because it can't go under. And it's got to connect to here. At least one of these is the 4. And now, does that break it? This 3 is no longer part of the picture. So 2 is done. This 2 is done. Well, I'll count that as part of the 2. This 4 needs 3 more. This 2 needs 1 more. This 3 needs to go there, 2 there. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's stuck. I just don't have enough cells. I'm 1 cell short, which is exactly enough to make it actually make sense. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call that, I'll call that constrained to death. And I'm going to say, yeah, I can't go here. I can't come out this way, because then this 4 would have to come down at least 1 to be able to meet. So if the 4 comes down 1, let's just do this one more time. 2 goes over, okay? So these 2 and 3 are not part of the picture. I've got 2. I've got 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 2. And then I've got, this is part of the 4. This can be 2. This 3 here, this cell is being double used. So I can't allow that. Okay, that counting argument works. Therefore, I can't have this be on, so it would force, yeah, because it can't do a C. It has to come out at least 1, or it would be a C. And then the 4, so it has to keep going. So this is off. So this comes out this way. It can't be the 4, so it goes there. And now, finally, this 4 is forced. This 2 is forced. And, yeah, this 2 is forced. So this has to be part of the 9. Do I know that for sure? Can I add another bigger thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 9 comes out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, because of this 4. Yeah, so if this was something else other than 9, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I couldn't take that 4. Good. Speaking of the 4, it must come out. Can't be an L, so it can't only go this way. It has to go at least 1 that way. That fixes the 2. Good. And now this 9 is even more forced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now the 3 has to go here. And then, yeah, 9. 4, 5, 4. There it is. Okay, this could be an S, but look at this. It has to be an S because of this disconnection. Well, okay, this has to be shaded. I don't know it's part of the 4 yet, but it must be shaded, so the 3 has to come out. This 3 is forced, this 2 is forced, and these 4s do have to go up. Okay, so yeah, this could still be a Y, and this be something else. But again, thanks to my red line here, I know that this, if this was off, it would have to take both of these and break the 3. Yeah, so the red line reminded me this has to be on. And now this 3 is fixed to those. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my red line there a little bit as it was in the way. It was not separating my regions anymore. Fixes the 2. Oh, look at this. So now, what can this be? It could be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3, 4, 5, or bigger. It's got to be a 1. And now this could still be a 2, can't be a 3, can't be bigger. So it's a 2. And now we're cooking. There we go. Beautiful. Am I going to get my whole disconnection? I think I did. Yes, this has to come through. Can't go to here. And has to go through again, so that's a P. Can't be a P, it's an L. Oh, this is beautiful. What a puzzle, as they say. Can't be a P, has to be an O. Again, disconnection all the way through. That forces the 2. This 4 is forced. Is it forced more? Do I know how far this 4 goes or what this is? I don't think I know what this is. But I do have more to do over here. These are at least those are 4. I can clean this up. All right, I had to take a short break there. My son and daughter just got home from the grandparents. So let's see if I can finish this off quick. So where was I? Okay, so now this, I thought this might be a thing. This is a little more constrained now because it can't be a 1 or a 2. So it's at least a 3 or greater, meaning it has to come out here. And if it's greater, then it has to be shaded. This 4, what could this be? If it's, well, okay, what could this be? I know that this is at least a 4. Well, I know it's at least a 5, in fact, because if this 4 comes here, then this is 4, it's more than 4, because it's shaded, and so it's at least a 5. If it is, and if the 4 comes here, then this is shaded, so this is more than 5, and it extends that way. So this is 5 or more. Again, I'll put the 0 to represent more, and then this would have to be 4, 5 or more. This 3 is still unconstrained. Okay, this 4 here is definitely going to be a P shape, one way or another. And then this 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems likely that this 5 comes here. Oh, no, because if this 5 came this far, then this would have to come past and block off the 4. So this 5 can't get that far. It could get this far, and that would be a P, and this would be an S. But that would constrain the 6 and the 4 here. In fact, the 4 is already constrained a little bit. Let's see, what if this was... If this was... Let's look a little more at connection arguments. If this tried to come around here, it'd be an I on a P, that's fine. If it went this way, it'd be an L on a P, again, that's fine. But it can't do both of those. If this was off, I'd have to connect through here. And now this could be a P, or a P this way, and this would be something new. Oh, this 4 would be, okay. Yeah, so this being unshaded, then this would have to come through here, and that there, that there. So this is a P, so this can't go across to be a, so if that was a 4, so, okay. If this was off, this P would prevent this from being a P. So instead, this would be new, that would be a P, that would be a Y. And this would be a new one, it would have to be a 5 going there. Any reason that wouldn't work? Don't see any. Then this would have to come out and be a 5 or a 6. Couldn't be a 4. So this couldn't be off, that would be on. And then the 6 would have to come out this way. 5 would have to come out this way. It seems constrained, but I don't see a reason it couldn't work that way. So instead of bifurcating on that again, what if I forced the opposite? Force this to come over that way. Yes, there we go. There we go. Yes, look at this. So if this 4 comes down here, it's a P tetrahex. And now, what can these turn into? If it's all 3 of these together, then it's a P. And if it's, because it has to come through here. And if it's just these 2, then it comes like that, and it's a P. So I know that this has to go that way instead. Okay. So that's a P. And what can these be? 5, 6, and 4. That's 15 cells total. How many do I have to work with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Add the 4 and the 2. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow, am I down to just like 2 cells to spare? Unless this joins the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't join the 6. This is getting very close to maximal stuff. Oh, and that's not even counting this. Is it completely maximized? I think it's off by 1. I think I still have 1 of wiggle room, but let's check again. Okay, let's just do this. 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, look at this. Can this even get out? It can't get to the 5. Why did I say that had to be shaded? Oh, it's original shaded. Gotta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 can't come to here. I know that. Does that mean it can't be a 5 at all? Could this be a 5 at all? If it was, it would have to take these 5, and then that could be a 6. That's possible, because it can't connect over here. That would strand this. So if this was a 4, this would be the 6. If this was a 5, oh, look at that. If it was a 5, okay. So this 5 can't go over. It has to come over this way. Let's just prove that out here. If this was a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6, and that comes over. If it wasn't a 5, it'd be more than 5. This would be more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would have to come at least to here. Can't be, yeah, I have to take these. I'd have to go like this. Because it can't be more than 6, so it'd have to be exactly 6. Because it can't take the 5, yeah. Okay, let's prove that 1. Let's see if I can put that into better logic. Could I just say, can I just prove that something about this 4s and these 3s? I've lost my train of thought, my focus. Let's see. If I put this, if this is a 5, did I prove this can't be a 5? No, I just proved if it's a 5, the 6 goes here. And if it is, if this was a 5, the 6 would come over. If this was a 4, this would have to come over. If this was a 4, this would be a 5 or more. Now, it couldn't be a 5, because a 5 would have to, oh no, it could be a 5. Why would I think that this couldn't be a 5? If this was a 4, this could be a 5, and 6 would go that way. Oh, let's just do the basic stuff. Come on. Could this be off? No, because then 4 would touch 4. I should have seen that a long time ago. That's pretty basic. This is being forced that way. So yes, so that's fine. So now I know that one of these is a 6. Well, and the whole maximal stuff. I bet I could make an argument with that pretty easily, instead of just looking at every possible combination here. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. This is a 3 or more, but it can't be the 6 or the 5 or the 4. So this is a new one. Okay, this is 4, this is 2, there's 5, there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is currently unknown. Here's 3, there's 4. So there's 1 cell. So if I want to add anything new, it's got to be 1 cell or less. Okay, that's good to know. Currently, everything's accounted for except for 1 cell, just like I thought. So what that tells me is this could be a 4 if I wanted it to be shaded, but I don't really want it to be shaded. Can I prove that it isn't a 4? If I can prove that's a 3, that would be something as well. So if this was a 4, it would have to connect. Can't connect from this. Oh, yep, look at that. Again, 1, 2, it could take this, but it has to go at least to there. And then if it took that, it'd be a P, and it can't be a P, so it has to be there for an I. And now this can't be a 4. I have one cell of wiggle room, so this could go to 4, but I'm not going to let it do that because it would break this 4. And now that 4 is now impacting this one. This can't be new, so this could be a 4. This has to be an existing thing. I could add a 1, but not here. So this can't be new. Could it be the 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Wait a minute. The whole point of only having one piece of wiggle room means this can't be a 5, of course. If this was a 5, it can't connect to there because of these. So this can't be a 5. So it's a 4 or more. A 4 or a 6 or more. So if this was a 6, it would have to come over there. It could be a 5 there, and then this would be S on C, P, and then this 6 would have to connect. S, I guess. Then this could be an L. That seems like it should work. And then the 6 could wind around like that. Oh, that would be an S. And that would be a Y. Okay, so that, and then this would be a 1. So I see that. I think that could work. With the 5 going like that. Is there any reason that this couldn't be a 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this can't be a 6. Because if it was a 6, it'd have to join with that 6 and cut off those 2. So this has to be the 4. Okay, finally we've got that locked down. Now this could still be a 1 if that was a 3. But, okay, look at this again. If that's off, that's a P, touching a P. So no, that's not possible. I think I proved that before, didn't I? Or I knew it was this one. Okay. So now this could be an O or a C. But either way, it's got to connect to the 5 or the 6. So this has to connect like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It either connects to these 2 or just this one. If it connects to the 5, it's a C. Oh, well, but either way, it can't take that. That would lock it off of both. So that fixes the 3, and that fixes our last bit of wiggle room. The 3 has to come up. Because, oh yeah, this can't be a 1. This can't be the 5 or 6, so it's something new. And it can't be a 1, so it has to join the 3. So that gives us our 1. These are all connected, still could be 5 or 6, but it does have to be a C. And then if it's a 5, then that's the disconnection. If it's a, oh, the 6 is shaded, so it can't connect to the 6. I should have known that a long time ago. So it has to go to the 5. Okay. Let's just finish that there. So this could be a 6 or a 4. And now we still, this 4 can't connect to the 4. We can't add anything new at all. So yeah, definitely this is a 6. This is 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be a 6. That can't be new because we already used the wiggle room up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what am I missing? Because now I'm seeing more wiggle room than I thought I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 is done. Oh, this 2, of course. Okay, so yeah, the 6 must go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to go here. So now one of these is a 2. And the 6 has to come out. So this 4 is either a C, but it can't be a C. So therefore it's an S. This is part of the 6. I've got 4. I need 2 more. Here, and a 2. And I'll shade it in just a moment. Once I connect 1, 2, this and this. And that should be it if I just do the rest of the numbers, because all the cells are connected. I think I've done Fillomino, so what am I missing in terms of numbers? Okay, sorry to jump back in here, but I did find the solution. There are 2 things going on here. First, I noticed this should be a 4, that should be a 2. And then after a lot of looking around, I found out that this very last shape, which was kind of rushed, you may have heard my kids in the background, it's an S touching an S. So yeah, can't have that. So let's go ahead and fix that up. Yeah, the 6 I thought had to extend over to here because this was coming through, but it turns out no. It can't go to here because it does have to connect somehow. So it has to connect either here or here. Here's one end and here is the other. So this makes a Y touching a P and a I. So yeah, once again, just thank you so much, Santa. This was, if you couldn't tell, very fun for me. I enjoyed it very much. I'm not the most enthusiastic solver, I'm sure, and certainly not the fastest solver also. But I really did enjoy working out all of the intricacies. And this rule set, like I said, it's not, it does have shades from other, if anything, I would call it a chaos construction Sploicy because of the Fillomino aspect. But I mean, chaos construction is sort of just built into Fillomino. But the fact that you're building your regions and then using them, I really do enjoy that. So thank you so much for taking my interests to heart and making such a fun puzzle. As you can tell, it took a while, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So thank you again. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that. Take care.